Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started while others join us. Assalamu alaikum, Hanif. Please turn on your camera. Sister Najla, please share your screen, the presentation.
All right.
Ooh, it's good to see your face, honey. MashaAllah. All right, thank you very much. So welcome once again, everyone. This is our Superstars After School Club meeting. Today is October 23rd. Welcome to today's meeting. Next slide. So I'll hand it off to Sister Najla for the icebreaker now.
All right. So today's icebreaker is, what would you do with $4 million? If someone just handed you $4 million, what would you do with it?
I would buy stocks and give charity, buy a regular house so nobody knows I'm rich and stuff. And from my stocks, I'll get more money. That way I can buy a company, and then I'll give more charity.
That is very, very smart. Hopefully you get that $4 million and you can do all that stuff. We got a new person. What would you do with $4 million?
I believe that's Tariq. Assalamu alaikum, Tariq.
Walaikum assalam. I would like to. I would. What if I have $4 million? I would use it to get things that I need.
Like what? What do you need?
Well, I could give it to my mom.
Wow, I'm pretty sure your mom will very much appreciate that.
Or like donate it.
That's good. Probably Hanif said a similar thing.
Oh, well, I wasn't here when he said it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing and putting on your cameras and being on time. Okay, so the next one. Okay, do you guys remember what superstars mean? Oops, sorry. Oh, Hanif. I mean, not Hanif, sorry. Oh, okay. So superstars mean students. That means students. And then the T for taking A, actions or responsibility. Students taking action responsibly. And just a quick rundown of the rules again. Be on time, find a quiet place and stay muted as needed. Identify yourself, be seen, and be respectful. You guys are doing that. Nice job. All right, so we're just gonna take a quick quiz, which is in the chat. So if everyone can go to the chat and click on the quiz, it's just gonna be an overview of what we're gonna learn, and just like it's not graded or anything, Just try your best. And it's just for us to see what you guys know. So take some time to do that quiz. Just so I know, can you guys just raise your hand if you got to the quiz?
Oh, I was just doing the thing. Let me just do my half screen so my camera's on. I was doing the quiz.
That's fine.
Done.
Pardon me, Tariq, are you all done?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Please don't make that noise, and also kindly take off your background. Your virtual background is very
Okay.
distracting, sweetheart. I need you to remove it, please. Thank you so much. All right, so we're waiting on Hanif to finish up.
I submitted mine.
Okay, thank you.
Hang on. It's showing only one response. So let me see, because there are two of you. Are you sure you turned it incorrectly, Hanif? And also you, Tariq?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I turned it in properly. Oh wait, I need to put in the email?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, just put an email in, Hanifa.
Well, can you type in the email to me personally, because I don't know what our email is. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna click on submit.
All right, it's coming now. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So back to you, Sister Najla.
All right, thank you everyone for filling out the form. So now we can go on with the lesson. So today's lesson is going to be about how we as people interact with the environment. What we will learn is how animals and people interact with each other and the environment, and what ways our actions harm the environment. And at the end, we will have a quick activity. So just so we all are on the same page of what's going on, there's just some vocabulary words we need to know. The first one is ecosystems. Can someone tell me what an ecosystem is? You can just read off the page. How about Hanif? Can you tell us what an ecosystem is?
Ecosystem, a community of interaction plants and animals.
I'm sorry, that is a typo. But yes, basically, a community, that's supposed to say interacting plants and animals. So plants and animals help each other to make an ecosystem. Next word is biodiversity. Tariq, could you tell us what biodiversity is?
It's like I know about biography. Wait.
It's on the screen. Just read off the screen.
I kind of thought it was like biography, which is writing about others. Isn't it kind of like biography? Biography?
Biography? No,
Yeah,
okay, they both have the
bio.
yeah, they both have bio in it, but it's not the same thing. A biography is when someone writes about their life, but biodiversity is the diversity of species in an area. So how many different species are in an area? So it's not just one species like a pigeon. There's multiple. Okay, so the next word is fossil fuels and non-renewable resources.
I'll say it. Okay, fossil fuels and non-renewable resources, energy that cannot be replaced easily, like coal, gas, and well, coal can be renewable. It just takes thousands of years for it to form in the earth. So we shouldn't use up what we have right now.
Uh-oh, I think Sister Najla is frozen again. Can you hear us, Najla?
My screen is gray and her camera is black.
Yeah, why is your screen dark, honey? Try to figure that out. Turn on light.
Well,
Turn on some light over
fan-
there. Let's
the
see.
fan's not on. I shut the door because Abdul is disturbing me.
Okay, turn on the lights. I'm just gonna send Sister Najla a message real quick. Okay, that's better, honey. We can see you. All right. She is sharing her screen, so I can't really. Let's see, maybe I can share it.
By host, you can.
Yeah, I
If
can.
you're a host, you can start sharing your screen, and then it will
Yep.
ask
I'm
if you
gonna
can
do
turn off.
just that. Honey, thank you. So, all right, so she stopped at right here. We just talked about fossil fuels and non-renewable resources. And you're right, Hanif. Fossil fuels take too long to renew, which is why they're basically categorized as non-renewable, because we're not going to be alive to see that. So we definitely want to use it very, very sparingly, right? And climate change. Can you read that for us, please, Tariq? And please turn on your camera, Tariq. We need to be able to see you. I need to see your face, Tariq. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, read climate change. Were you unmuted, sweetheart?
The climate change, the rapid changing climate.
All right,
Climate.
thank you so much for that. Cool. All righty, I believe she wants us to watch a video now, so hang on. Oh, you're back.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
No problem, no problem. Did you want to say anything about this?
Oh, well, I just missed what everyone said, but so you guys went over the.
They just read it. Did you want to
Okay,
add to
cool.
that?
That's fine.
Okay, so you can go ahead and share your screen again, and they can watch the video.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
All right. Can everyone see my screen?
No, it's just black right now. Okay, now it is.
Okay.
Now it's up.
Cool. All right. So now that we know the vocabulary words, we're going to learn about an ecosystem in action. So we're going to watch a video about wolves in a national park called Yellowstone. So basically what happened was they just took wolves, one animal, out of an ecosystem. So now we're going to learn what happened. What happened to the whole ecosystem, not just the wolves. So
Oh, you'll have to unmute Najla so we can hear the video when you're playing it.
okay.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, it didn't switch over. All right.
Can you expand it? Look in that bottom corner on the right side to expand it. Yep, thank you. You have to unmute.
In 1995, something really.
Okay.
Uh-oh, you have the audio on both. Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and share. I'll share.
Wait. I think I fixed it.
You fixed it? Okay, cool.
National Park, Yellowstone. 41 wild wolves are reintroduced here by scientists.
Yeah, it's
Mine is
very
really-
choppy.
Yeah. I think you
Let
should
me,
do
I
it.
think your Wi-Fi connection might also be the culprit. So hang
In
on.
1995,
I'm going to share my screen.
in
Oh, come
1995,
on. Pause. Let me share my screen. We'll do it here. That's no problem at all. All right. You guys can see this? All right, let's go.
in 1995, something really exciting happened in the nation's first national park, Yellowstone. 41 wild wolves were reintroduced here by scientists. After 100 years of being hunted, wolves could once again call this place home. The wolves thrived, but something else very surprising happened. Their return had a spectacular effect on the landscape, an effect that spread wider than anyone thought possible. So how did this all happen? In the past, wolves were seen as a risk to people and livestock, and they were exterminated from the Yellowstone area in the 1920s. The elk's main predator was gone, and their population more than doubled. Elk are both grazers and browsers, so they eat grass, shrubs, and trees. They overgraze the entire park, upsetting the natural balance of the ecosystem. Mammals like mice and rabbits could not use the plants to hide from predators, and their populations fell dramatically. Grizzly bears suffered as the elk munch away their berry supply, which they badly need to build up fat before hibernating. Pollinators like bees and hummingbirds had fewer flowers to feed on. Songbirds, less trees to nest in. Perhaps the elk's most devastating impact was how they affected the park's riverbanks. When the wolf was around, elk were vulnerable when they moved down towards rivers to drink. They would never spend too long by the water, or they could be ambushed. But with the apex predators gone, they gorged themselves faster than the shrubs could grow and gathered in great herds on the lush riverbanks. The mass of elk's hooves eroded the riverbanks, so the rivers and streams clouded with soil. The fish inherited murky homes, and without trees and clean water, beavers couldn't build their dams to live in. Without the protection of the dams, fish, amphibians, and otters suffered even more. And all because of the missing wolf. Now, with as many as 100 gray wolves in Yellowstone National Park, their reintroduction is having an effect that even surprised scientists. Wolves have contributed to bringing elk numbers down from 17,000 in 1995 to just 4,000 today. Since only the healthiest of elk survive, the population is much more robust. All of these elk kills mean more carcasses for scavengers like coyotes, eagles, and ravens. Grizzly bear numbers have increased too. The grizzlies benefit from the wolves' elk kills, and less elk also means more berries. And just the elk's fear of wolves gives the riverbank trees, like aspen and willow, a chance to regenerate. They can grow to 5 times their original size in just 6 years. The songbirds are returning too. And the bigger trees along the rivers means greater root structures, which means stronger riverbanks and less erosion. Clean water and big trees, beaver paradise. The return of the beaver dams creates new habitats for fish, amphibians, reptiles, and even otters. This shows just some of the trickle-down effects of the wolves' reintroduction, known to scientists as a trophic cascade. The trophic cascade doesn't stop there, though. The wolves are even helping us. In 2005, over 100,000 visitors went to Yellowstone National Park just to see the wolves, pumping $30 million into the local economy. money for jobs, and livelihoods. Factor in that wolves contribute to the health and diversity of all Yellowstone's wildlife, and its impact is staggering. The wolf's benefits also cascade down to the 106,000 residents of Billings, Montana. Their drinking water, Yellowstone River, is now cleaner. Who would have thought that just bringing back some wolves could produce such far-reaching benefits for nature and for people? From the tips of taller trees down to its cleaner rivers, these wild wolves have rebalanced and restored our nation's very first national park.
Super.
All right. Thank you for that. All right, so I see that we have a new person. Assalamu alaikum. You could just turn on your camera.
That must be Naseem, right? Assalamu alaikum, Naseem. Turn on your camera and change the name so we know it's you.
But this is my mom's phone.
Oh, okay. No
Okay.
problem. Assalamu alaikum, dear. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks for joining. All right, back to you, Sister Najla. You had the next slide. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, how did you guys like the video?
It was good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Don't you think it's pretty cool how just one animal had that much impact? It was, so that's a perfect example of how an ecosystem works together. So here's just some questions about the video. How did the wolves impact the environment, and who and what were affected by their absence? Oh, and for Naseem, is that your name? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, your name is Naseem?
Yes.
All right. Basically, we just watched a video on the effects of wolves in this national park area.
Okay.
So obviously you don't have to answer any of these questions because you weren't here for the video. So I'm mostly talking to Hanif and Tariq. Let's start with the first question. How did the wolves impact the environment? Let's say Tariq. Can you answer the question, please? Tariq?
Yellowstone Park is an example of an ecosystem because there's a lot of different animals in it.
All right, cool. So you answered the last question.
And I'm only sitting on the bed.
All right, that's cool. But how did the wolves impact the environment from what you saw from the video? So in the video, we saw that there was a rise in deer population. Why do you think that is? Hanif, do you want to answer that?
how is Yellowstone Park an example of an ecosystem?
No, not the last question. The first one.
Oh, the wolves impact the environment because if the deer population, because they hunt down deers, and if the deer population go, uh, because the deers go and eat more berries, so the bears can't survive and they can't do hibernation, and also it affects the plants and trees, and so there's no more bark for the beavers to make a dam, and since the deers are going have more time to go to the rivers, there's dirt going into the river, so the fish can't swim healthily.
Wait. I have a question. Are bears omnivores? So that means they can eat like that means they can eat plants and animals. So instead of just eating berries, couldn't they also eat meat and stuff? Like they eat grizzly bears can eat black bears.
Oh,
They also
so
eat
yes,
insects.
yes, that is a very, very good point. But just like if I just started giving you chicken, and that's all you could eat, you just could eat chicken, you're still not going to be healthy because you don't have all the nutrients that you need. So you eat a lot of stuff. Your diet is full with multiple things. So that's why it affected the bears. And also, I just want to give congratulations to Anif because that was an excellent answer to the question. As Anif said, it affects the fish too, and the bears eat the fish. But since the fish were dying, what did the bears have to eat? They didn't have any berries or fish. So yeah, that's what was happening with the bears. And also, Tariq, would you like to name? Actually, no, Hanif already did that. He named an animal and how. Oh wait, no, sorry. Can someone say? Can someone name an animal and how they impact us and how they impact other animals? So you didn't have to watch. Hmm.
Can it be like any animal and not just the animals in Yellowstone Park?
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh
does it have to be animals in Yellowstone Park?
no, it can be anything. Absolutely anything.
Well, sometimes we need animals for food.
Right. So what animal is that? Just give an example.
Chickens drop eggs for us to eat. Yeah. Well,
So if I just took away all the chickens, just instantly all the chickens were gone, what would happen? What do you think would happen? Based on what you know.
We would have no more eggs.
What about other animals? Do you know any other animals that rely on chickens? Like, what about an animal that eats chickens? Do you know any animal that eats chickens other than humans?
Like animals, a lot of animals that eat meats or something. Like maybe.
Does anyone want to help Tariq out? Well, I'll give an example. I think foxes eat
I
chickens.
was like thinking maybe foxes, but I didn't really know. Oh, like maybe
That's right.
foxes, but I didn't know if that was correct.
I'll give it to you. So if chickens were gone, we wouldn't have any food and the foxes wouldn't have any food. So that's how we all connect. All right.
Tariq, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I sent an example to Tariq so I
For
could help him out. It says,
Mm-hmm.
deer hunting for deer meat.
I didn't mean to put the deer at the beginning.
Wait,
Well,
honey, what did you
hunting
say
for
again?
deer equals meat. That's what I put.
Nice.
It's one way
Good
it can
job.
help us.
Cool. All right. So that's how animals interact with each other. But how about how we interact with each other? So if Dr. Fazia could
Excuse me?
show us this video. Mm-hmm.
Is this another video?
Will do. Hang on. Yes, it's another video, honey.
It's really quick. It's only like 4 minutes.
Did you need something, honey?
Yeah.
We're able to discover new things to help the environment around us.
All right, so hang on. I'm going to start the video, okay, guys? Thank you.
The year is 2100. Human population has reached 10 billion. As temperature rises and ice caps continue to melt, rising sea levels have caused huge swaths of land to be permanently underwater. Major cities such as London, New York, and Mumbai no longer exist. Millions of people have had to leave their homes, city population have risen, and stepping outside means breathing in extremely polluted air and endangering your life. Once fertile farmland has become unworkable as soil turns into dust. The number of people not getting enough food increases. Rivers and seas are polluted, the provision of clean water an ever-increasing problem. This sounds like the plot of a dystopian novel, but it could end up being real. Since the Industrial Revolution in the late 19th century, the human population has exploded and is now growing at an exponential rate with no signs of slowing down. More people demand more resources and create more pollution, an ever-increasing impact on Earth. Humans cause pollution by burning fossil fuels. We are reliant on them for transport and electricity generation. Burning fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which is a greenhouse gas. Increased greenhouse gases cause an increase in average global temperatures, known as the greenhouse effect. This is linked to climate change. Some areas of the world are getting wetter and others hotter and drier, and these changes have an impact on ecosystems and biodiversity. If you want to learn more about biodiversity and why it matters, watch this video. For example, warmer weather in the Arctic and the subsequent melting of the sea ice has an effect on animals that live in there. The polar bear is no longer well adapted for living in its habitat and is an endangered species. Humans also require resources. Large areas of forest are cleared to make more room for agriculture or to mine minerals or for growing other resources like palm oil. The removal of trees is called deforestation and has an enormous impact on not only the local ecosystem, but the entire planet. Ancient forests, such as rainforests, are unique ecosystems. They can support a high biodiversity and are home to species that can only live in that habitat. For example, in Borneo, rainforests are being cut down to make room for palm oil plantations. The species that live in the rainforests cannot survive in the plantations. They may not be able to find food or shelter, like orangutans, who are an endangered species. You can find out more about endangered species and how conservation is helping them by watching this video. Forests provide services to the planet. They are important in the water cycle, recycling fresh water across the globe. Trees are also able to take in and store carbon dioxide, which helps regulate the Earth's temperature. As well as burning fossil fuels and deforestation, humans also create lots of waste. Sewage, pesticides, and fertilizers enter the water. They may contain toxic substances that can kill organisms and impact on whole food webs. Pesticides can accumulate in the tissues of organisms and stay in the environment for many years before being broken down. The combination of a growing population and a throwaway culture, we also have increasing demands for dirty, wasteful landfill. But let's end on a happy note. There is some hope. People are coming to realize the impact we are having on the environment, and governments are aiming to cut down their reliance on fossil fuels and putting schemes into place to help protect forests and endangered species. So in this video, you've learned about how human activity has a negative impact on the earth because of burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and creating waste.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions. Why not check out our Aafiyah app as well? Until next time.
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Okay, who said it, Mike?
Sorry about that.
All right. So, hold on, let me share my screen one more time. So in that video, we learned about how we as humans impact the environment. So for the first question, well, he talked about a bunch of things. So firstly, what is deforestation? Did anyone catch that?
Ooh, it's when people cut down trees.
Nice job. All right, so that's when people cut down trees. Wait, we already did that. So what effect do non-renewable resources have on the environment?
They can...
Oh, hold on. I think since Nassim, I think he's raising his hand. And since we didn't hear from him yet.
How they can cause pollution?
Nice, they can cause pollution. Great job. So how does waste, as in like trash, impact the environment? Okay, nice job raising your hands. Hanif, I just saw Hanif raising his hand first. So Hanif, you want to answer the question?
Non-renewable sources are, well, yeah, let's say coal. And coal, no, what is renewable? Well, the main thing is coal and burning plastic and stuff like that.
Right. And
excuse me?
Hmm?
Just like everybody know, if nobody sees your regular hand raising up, the Zoom has come up with this new thing where you raise your hand for like, I don't know, like 5 seconds and it does that. So that'll probably be helpful for people who need to say something.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, let's follow Hanif's example.
Also,
and
there's a some thumbs up one.
And that's under the reactions, right?
Yeah. So what you need to do is just go to meeting settings, go all the way down. It says raise hand and thumbs up. Just switch both of those on and then it'll start working.
Nice. Okay, I think Nassim needs to go. That's fine. Yeah, you can leave. That's fine.
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, Nassim. I'm going to send you a link. I need you to please take this quiz. I'm going to send it right now. It's going to take you probably just like 5 minutes or less to do it, okay?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Did you get that, Nassim?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 seconds. Thumbs up, it just goes right away.
Okay.
And the thumbs up just disappears.
Nice job. All right, thank you so much for sharing that. That is very helpful. Thank you.
I want to try it.
It doesn't work for
No,
some people. It doesn't work for my Quran teacher. It doesn't work for my other Quran teacher.
It's not working.
I don't think it works on computers.
Maybe it just doesn't work on adults.
Wait,
Yeah.
but
Just kidding.
Oh yeah, and you need like a
it's
free
not working
space
for me, and
to
I
make
don't
sure
have
it
a
sees your
computer.
hand
You can do this.
100%. And make sure it's also wide.
Okay, it's
Maybe
not
we
working.
just
Okay.
I'm using an iPad, so
All right, maybe we also have to update your iPad, so you never know. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sister Najla.
Well, thank you, Annie, for that piece of information. But I don't know if we answered this question. How does waste impact the environment? You want to answer the
it
question?
can create a dirty environment without no humans, and without no animals, and we need animals to survive.
Yeah. And it can like make people sick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do fossil fuels come from? I'm not sure if they did that in the video or not.
Coal.
But yeah, nice. But coal is a fossil fuel. It's not where it comes from. Fossil fuel usually comes from under the ground and like they dig into the ground
Fossils?
to get oil. Yeah, nice.
Excuse me, can I also add one more thing?
Sure.
Also a part of non-renewable resources is oil.
Very true. I think it's oils, coals, and I think those are the main two. There's another one, but I'm blanking on it. Yeah, I'm blanking on it. Maybe I'll tell you guys next time. So we're going to do a quick activity. So what we learned from the video, well, both of the videos, was how things interact with each other and how it makes a chain reaction. So if you guys can get out a piece of paper, or I don't know if you have another tablet phone, or maybe even do it in your mind, make a flow chart that shows how small actions can have a big effect. Okay, so something like, here's my example. You can't use my example. Something like wasting paper. At least you have to buy more paper. And then you buy more paper is made because they need to make up for the paper that you bought. And then more trees are cut.
Just open it a little, don't open it fully.
Go ahead, Najla.
And then more trees are cut down, which is deforestation, and then there's more carbon in the air, and then that equals global warming. So I want you to.
Don't we need carbon dioxide to breathe?
No, we breathe out carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen. Now, Hanif, you had a question?
Yes, I did. So when you okay, no, I had an answer actually.
Okay.
You buy a TV. No, you buy. Oh yeah, you buy a TV, right? You get it. You want to buy another one because it's not working. You throw this one away, other than fixing it. So you throw the TV away, and then that means that you want another TV. It's using more electricity, and it's also using and also it's using up plastic, and it's also using up like this fabric. I forgot what it's called. It's in like the TV screens. Forgot what it's called.
Fabric in a TV screen?
Yeah, like this. Like you see my TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. It's like the screen. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, I don't know.
And I'm pretty sure that comes from the nature, which means cutting down
But
more of the
let's
plant.
talk about
That, and then they also use like some heat to make the clearance in it, and that equals more pollution.
Wait, I have an answer.
Yes.
I have an answer.
Okay, let's just finish Hanif. Let's finish Hanif, and then we can go on to you, okay?
I'm done.
All right, but just to elaborate on what you said, plastic actually comes from oil, which we learned is a non-renewable resource and which is bad for the environment. And as you said, you have to heat it up. And that, again, like you said, contributes, like it uses electricity, and that contributes to global warming. Nice job.
Mine, like, what if you want to buy a lot of designer bags or something like that, and then you just keep wasting some and buying more? That could then they need to make more leather, and leather is what they use to make bags, and leather is made out of cows. So when trying to get leather, you have to kill more cows.
That is a great example. Yes, and
can I add something? And it also affects humans because humans need cow for meat and milk. Yeah. So, and then it goes in a circle. It's also affecting humans. So if you keep doing that, or a lot of people keep on doing that, then people won't have cow meat to eat. Tastes pretty good.
And and on the flip side, when you buy more things, people are like, oh, okay, people are buying this. So then that can mean more production of that thing. So as cow, for example, cows are domesticated animals. So people may make more, breed more and more cows, and that takes up more space. Cows, when they poop, that's manure, that makes carbon, and that leads to global warming. So yeah, nice job, everyone. So what we learned from this, well, I'll ask you, what did you guys learn from this activity about our actions and how we contribute to the environment? Are you gonna say? Tariq, your mic is on. So.
Yahamakallah. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Basically, what did we learn from this flowchart thing about, little actions and how they contribute to the big picture?
Pollution and climate change.
Nice. So basically, we need to be more thoughtful of what we do because everything has a bigger impact. So once you guys leave this class, just make sure you think about the stuff that you're doing and what impacts it can have on the environment. So for example, if you're going to watch a lot of TV, maybe think about how much electricity that's using. If you're going to leave the lights on in your room, think of how much electricity that's using. Or if you don't like your food and you're thinking of throwing it away, think about how that can contribute to global warming. So,
if people just started just now using like things and not using electricity because there's a so if people just started using open minds about everywhere, our world would probably be a perfect world because we don't have to use any more gas, no more oil. We could, yeah, and also we can use old stuff, and also we can stop. We can also stop using some people can use electric cars, but I have an idea of so a Chinese this is just for something I want to say. Like a Chinese company made a car that you put water inside for the fuel, and then it equals hydrogen and air. But there's another car that hydrogen and air equals water. So what if we combine the two engines and we have an infinite source? That's what I was thinking.
Well, I do not know about that car, but maybe that does sound like a good idea. And, good idea. So, like, basically what that car is doing, or rather what you were proposing, is that, you want to use more renewable resources like water. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, basically.
Nice. That is a very good idea. Hopefully you invent that. I have no idea how you would, but hopefully you do. Okay, just before you guys go on your break, can I give you just a really, really quick survey on the class? Or should I do this at the end of the class? Dr. Frazee, what do you think?
No, that's fine. We're actually going to wrap up here. So go ahead and do the survey because it's 4:30. So go ahead and do the survey and we'll wrap up.
I just want to say you guys were so great during this class. Thank you so much. And I love your ideas.
Yes, they were. MashaAllah. They were.
Okay, so I put a survey in the chat. If you guys could just fill that out, that would be great.
A survey in the chat. So we'll have to fill this link up too.
Yeah.
It's not a test.
I'm going to have to do half screen. If you want to see my camera, I'm going to have to do half screen.
Do what makes you comfortable.
That's fine, Hanif. Go ahead.
So you can see me and I can also see the thing. So on a scale of 1 to 5, please rate this class 5. What's your favorite thing about the class? Well, everything was okay. And wait, what do I type in if everything was okay and I don't want to what do we do if the whole thing was okay? I rate it 1, just regular, all okay. There's nothing better about it, and there's no least favorite part and my favorite thing about the class.
Well, if you have absolutely nothing to say, you can just put that in each one. But I would like you.
What if you don't have an answer to it and you can't write in one and you don't know what to write in that one?
Just either put the first thing that comes to mind or just put don't have an answer. But I would like you to answer the last one. And
yeah, I just did that.
Okay. You guys.
Okay, so am I done?
Goggle.
So I just
I don't
leave
know
now.
if Kathy has something.
So
No,
do I
don't
just
leave yet.
leave now?
Not yet. Just wait until Dr. Fezia dismisses everybody.
Yeah, have they both submitted?
Let's see. I only have one response, so I think that
I
was
think we're
Tanisha's
waiting on
one.
Tariq. Tariq, can you go ahead and fill that out and send it in?
Okay.
Thank you, dear. We're counting on you, sir.
I need to use the bathroom.
All right, you're excused, honey. Thank you. Actually, we're pretty much done, right? So just next, we'll continue again next month, inshallah. What's the next slide, Sister Najla? We can go over that while Tariq. No, just go to the last slide, I guess, where it talks about next meeting's objective. Can't get to this today. All right.
Okay.
So next meeting, inshallah, you'll learn, hang on, you'll learn how a clean environment impacts our physical, emotional, and mental health. So looking forward to that. Next slide, sister.
Are our
All
parents going
right,
to
and
see?
our next meeting is on Saturday, November 13th, inshallah, 3:30 as usual, okay?
Okay, so assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Have you turned it in, Tariq?
No, not yet. But are our parents going to see this?
No. No.
Not,
Your parents don't see any of the quizzes or just the questionnaire or anything like that. No, they don't. So please answer as honestly as you can. We'd appreciate that. I'm going to stop recording.